Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to you find a way to win, or you find a way to lose. And you can find out real quick, no matter how effective you are as a brawler, you can't do a damn thing when you're in the ring with a boxer brawler. And that's exactly what we had last night with Romero against Issac Pitbull Cruz. Brawler versus the boxer brawler. And we all saw how that fight went. Now, I'm going to give Rolly some credit. He did not go down. He didn't go down. You know, what kept Rolly on his feet had to be conditioning. But let me tell you something. When you have so you got Mexico, right? So what you got is the Mexinator. That's exactly what Pitbull Cruz is. He's like the Terminator, he's the Mexinator. My man came in there to not tranquilize Rolly, but to terminate him. And that's exactly what he did. Mission accomplished. From the first round, you saw Pitbull Cruz, in regular form, coming through with the pressure, looking to throw the looping right hand, go to the body. But there was a different Pappas. He had a little more pep in his step in this fight. And that's because Rolly just took it to the stupid with the insults. But hey, comes with the territory. Pitbull Cruz knew that, but he wasn't okay with it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, yep, fair play. You can say what you want. But don't think for a second I'm going to let you get away with that. And talk about somebody coming in the ring. You hear people talking about opening a can of whoop ass on somebody, right? This must have been a can of like, I don't want to say nothing for no one to take no offense, but I was going to say this had to be not no regular can of whoop ass. This may have been a Goya product. You know what I'm saying? This may have been some habichuela, some grandule verde and shit. You know what I mean? Them garbanzo beans. This was no regular little goddamn, this was no regular can of beans. This was a Goya product he opened up on Rolly Romero's ass. Oh my God. But anyway, man, Pitbull Cruz, what happens to him now? See, now I can have this conversation. So what happens to Pitbull Cruz? Now we know if you piss him off, he'll open up a Goya can of whoop ass on you. So let's see, because the way he looked last night, we got to understand it was against Rolly. Rolly can hit. Rolly has, he has some skill, but he wasn't messing with Pitbull. That pressure, super tight defense. You can't crack his defense, and when you can't penetrate a guy's defense, especially like Cruz, you get discouraged. You get a little loss in there. You can start to have a little bit of judgment lapse, and then he puts the bing bing on you. But the reality is this, right? This is what they're gonna do. Let me make this a little bit smaller for y'all, right? This is where we're at here. Let me show you what's about to happen. Okay, so this is what you got. Okay, as far as the ring ranking, you got Teofimo, Devin. Damn, Devin at number one, but it is what it is. Taylor, Matias, Ramirez, Prograis, and then Martin. But they never had Rolly in this top 10 ranking stack because everybody knew Rolly got away with murder to win the WBA strap. But now when you take a look at that WBA strap, you see Pitbull Cruz has it, then you got Barroso. You know what they're going to do. They're going to make Pitbull Cruz against Barroso. Now that is going to be a goddamn fight. But I think Pitbull Cruz takes him because of his style. But Barroso, Pitbull Cruz is going. Barroso ain't quitting. You already know that. But they're going to make that fight. But Pitbull Cruz gets past Barroso, right? What's his chances against Devin Haney? What's his chances against Suber Matias? And what's his chances against Teofimo? These guys all are much better boxers than Rolly Romero. I think their conditioning may be a little bit better. And Rolly's wasn't bad. But really, Pitbull Cruz, Devin Haney, I think Devin's just going to box and move the whole time. So that may be a bad style matchup for Pitbull Cruz. Him against Matias, Mexico, Puerto Rico, that is a mashup, crash-up. If Matias can get past Liam Paro from the Aussie, but I'm not so sure the direction that fight goes. I tend to favor Matias, but but Paro can fight. I don't care what you say, Paro can fight. Then you got Teofimo, who's he's about to fight one of these guys, man. I can't remember who he's fighting. But he just signed to fight somebody in June, or they're working on the deal. But really, Pitbull Cruz, if it's not Barroso, not one of the champions, Kenneth Sims Jr., Alberto Puello, the Dominican, Nestor Bravo, Jack Catterall. There's quite a few names on here, but realistically, I think Pitbull Cruz is looking more at like a Ismael Barroso or somebody in the WBA column. Ismael Barroso is a WBA interim world super lightweight champion. He deserves his opportunity. So you'll have the Pitbull versus the El Abuelo. Abuelo versus the Pitbull. So we'll have to see how that fight goes. But I'll tell you right now, anybody looking to get in the ring with Pitbull Cruz, they better be ready. His grandfather was a fighter. His dad was a fighter. And you can see that all that wisdom, man, they were able to impart that to Issac Cruz, and that's why he's so effective. That style he has is damn near impenetrable. You know what I'm saying? Like he has a very difficult style, and that defense is really good. You can see Rolly was getting some shots through on him, but he just wasn't able to land as clean as he wanted. Then there were times Rolly was just, I don't know what Rolly was thinking. Well, he was brawling, just trying to stand in front of him, wind up on the shots. And he just wasn't able to get off like he wanted, because when he did that, Pitbull Cruz, short, powerful punches that were precise and getting there on the target. And his timing was impeccable. But anyway, when you think about the Brawler and Pitbull Cruz, he's a boxer brawler. Think about him against Devin Haney. Can Devin Haney run the whole fight? Matias is going to stand there and fight. What's Matias going to do when he has a guy like Pitbull who's coming at him? What's Pitbull going to do if he gets hit clean by Matias? And Teofimo, who's athletic with stamina, he say he wants someone to stand in front of him, but what's he going to do when he has somebody coming at him? And I'll tell you what, depends on the referee. But it looks like Pitbull Cruz realized after losing the tank, I'm not letting nothing go into the judges' scorecards. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that I control what I can control. And if I can get somebody out of there, I'm damn sure going to try, because he doesn't want to end up losing the way he did to Tank Davis. I think Tank outboxes him 7 days a week. Simple. But Pitbull Cruz has seemed to have gotten a little bit better. And I'm not just saying because he beat Rolly. You can just see he's improved. But at the end of the day, he's still 5'4". Man has like a 30-inch reach and shit. So I don't know how far he can go with that makeup. You know what I'm saying? But right now, at least for fighting these guys at 140, I think he can do a lot of damage. And I think he can go pretty damn far. Everybody better think twice about fighting him. No matter who fights him, they're gonna have their hands full, because the Mexican Pitbull Cruz will open up a Goya can of whip ass on you. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.